Okay, so now let's talk about searching and understanding exploits. So the next step in launching an attack, after we're actually looking through, we went through and did the telnet thing just because that's something that doesn't really require an exploit, just something that you could just go and do. But when you get past that, or maybe telnet isn't open, you're gonna want to search for an exploit to use. So typically, you're gonna be using public exploits to compromise systems. You're not going to be creating your own exploits unless you become like a super elite level of hacker, and you become like a security researcher, and that's something that you do. It's a very advanced skill, and it's definitely something I encourage you to do. But when you're a penetration tester, you're doing ethical hacking assessments and penetration tests for companies. You're typically going to be using public exploits because your job is kind of to uncover what's there and what someone else could exploit. It's kind of outside of the scope of this course, to actually create exploits, but you can take some of the skills and actually create, in a way, your own kind of exploits. And you can search for these exploits in a variety of ways, and we're gonna go over, each one of these. So the first is exploit DB. So this pretty much a website with literally thousands of public exploits, and you can download all of them. You can visit the site and just search for the exploits that you want pretty easily with the search function that they give you, just like a little search bar at the top of the page. I believe that we already went before too, for the Google hacking stuff. So you can just search up there under the exploit DB section. You can search and find stuff that you want. Like, for example, you can search like Windows 7 or Firefox and find exploits related to your search terms. So the URL, just once again for you guys to have it, is exploitdb.com. So let's actually switch over to our Kali machine, browse to this site, and actually try to find like an exploit that we could potentially use for exploiting this metasploitable machine. Okay, so we're back on our Kali Linux machine. So I loaded up the exploit DB website. So as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. This is a listing. I believe this looks like a listing of like the latest exploits that have been uploaded to the website. So you can take a look at those if you want. But what we want to use is this search box. So you have the option here to check, if it's been verified or not, which pretty much means it's been verified, that it actually works. When you would use it, because some of these that have an X by it, they may work, they may not work, and it might be something that you have to like modify yourself. So be careful with those ones. If they're not what's called EDB verified, then just be careful with those. So what we're gonna want to do is use this search box right here. So let's, for example, so we remember that there was an FTP service that was called VSFTPD. So let's type that in, VSFTPD. D. There we go. And I remember specifically, there we go. I forgot the T. VSFTPD. There we go. So we remember the version, actually it looks right here. Hey, VSFTPD 2.3.4 backdoor command execution, and it's in Metasploit, which is something that I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about as well. So we can just click into this one and read a little bit more about it. So let's let this load, and it's going to give us information, actually show us the exploit. So it's a part of the Metasploit framework, which is pretty much like a hacking made easy tool. And I'm going to get into that with you guys as well. But so this one is already going to be available to you on your Kali Linux machine, because Kali Linux already has Metasploit in it. So what you're going to want to do, like, here, like, for example, I believe that you can still download the exploit and use it, but it will require a Metasploit. So it's better to just launch something like this from Metasploit. We're going to get in how to do that stuff later. So we'll actually launch this one in a little bit later on in this section. You can go ahead and look at the exploit, kind of get a feel for what's going on. It has pseudocode in here, so you kind of understand. It's telling you kind of like what's going on. You also just want to make sure that you're not getting anything that's malicious. Like if you're conducting a penetration test on someone's network, you definitely want to make sure that you read over these things and make sure that they're not doing anything that will harm, your client's systems. So this one's actually verified, and it would be good to go if we were to go run it in Metasploit. So we'll probably do that in a little bit. But just remember, you can just search for exploits here. Let's search for another one that we might be able to find. Let's see. So something else, just like for example, like I don't know, like Chrome. There we go. And let's say, let's see. So as you can see, there's for these specific Chrome versions, there's exploits that are available, and some of these are going to require Metasploit. You'll see that, but also other times you're going to see that you could just download these things and just run them from the command line. So that's something that we'll get into as well. But this is a great option for you guys to actually be looking for your public exploits.